thanks for coming. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I see Teacher Kelly Tag is first in the chat, and Ariel. Hey, Ariel, thanks for coming. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Rebecca.
Hi.
I act like we haven't been talking, but we've been chatting the whole time while we're waiting to go live.
Forever.
About the weather. So how's the weather where you guys are at? Let us know in the chat. It's pretty warm here. It's pretty much just going to stay warm. So, all right. So let's get started right away so we don't take a whole lot of time out of your Saturday. Today, we're going to talk about two different things. We're going to talk about holiday upcoming classes. And also I wanted to talk about like our goals. Where are we going this new year with teaching or with anything really? So I know, Rebecca, you have some holiday classes. You want to introduce yourself and let us know what kind of classes do you have upcoming?
Sure. So my name is Rebecca, and I teach on Outschool ages 3 to 8, give or take. And I do a lot of science experiments and some math games and just some fun hands-on crafts and things that we make and create. Like this week in my kitchen table weekly science and STEM experiments classes, we are melting candy canes and bending them. So we just got to heat them up in the oven a little bit, and then we can also make candy canes dance in like a solution. It's kind of like dancing raisins, but it's dancing candy canes. So it's kind of a fun way to kind of add in some holiday science this month in my ongoing classes. And then my one-time class this month is making Christmas ornaments out of milk. And so here's what they look like when they are done. Each one of these takes 1 cup of milk.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing how it does it. And just one little scientific thing. And yes, that's my daughter's hands that just showed up. So yeah, I did this last spring for Easter. I'm like, let's bring it back out for Christmas. And then they can just make their own ornaments, poke a hole in it, and then they can hang on their tree.
Now, have you ever done the ones with cinnamon? I used to do them in my kindergarten class every year, and I still pull them out every year from when my kids did it when they were little, and they still kind of smell like cinnamon. Have you ever done those?
Which ones are those?
Oh, I'll have to get the recipe for you. So in my kindergarten class, we would do them, we would make them, mix them in front of the class, and then everybody would make their own like prints or whatever they wanted. And then you just have to remember as the teacher to poke holes in all of them before you bake them.
It's like the salt dough, the salt and flour dough.
Probably, yeah, I think so.
And you just added cinnamon to it. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. They smell so good. The whole classroom.
Next
the whole
week,
house.
We're doing an experiment with baking powder.
Okay.
And then with cinnamon. So I usually do a lot of baking soda and vinegar in my class, but next week we decided to bring out some baking powder to see how that reacts, which is actually kind of cool. I got to figure out the science of that because I'm like, whoa, that's cool.
Yeah. Super fun. I love hearing about all your science experiments.
Yeah.
You already know STEM.
For New Year's Eve, I'm doing upside down fireworks in a jar because New Year's Eve is fireworks. So I've got that open for New Year's Eve. And last year I tied about 4 p.m. Mountain Time, and I had kids in the United States and then kids over in Asia. So they were already doing New Year's Day and we did New Year's Eve. It was kind of fun. We had 2 different years in the same class.
That's great. Awesome. Let's see. Ariel says she has lots of holiday classes on Outschool. Revenge of the Gingerbread Man escape room. Oh, I love escape rooms. Help the elf escape from Santa's workshop. So cute. Oh, they sound fun. My only holiday classes are like read alouds and then an activity after. So I love reading stories and doing activities. Haunted North Pole for 9 to 13-year-olds. So that sounds interesting too.
Yeah.
Ariel has a big range of ages for her classes. Super. All right. Any other classes you guys want to mention, holiday or not? Do you have something today or this week coming up that you want to mention?
No, I didn't do holiday. Yeah, no, I didn't do holiday classes this year. In the past, I've done my American Girl Tea Party Christmas, but that's it. I just decided to take a break. Nothing this year. Yeah.
It's good to take a break every once in a while. And Ariel said now she's doing escape rooms for New Year's. Oh, I love it. Sounds awesome. Speaking of New Year's, we wanted to talk about our goals. So put them in the chat, whether you're watching this live or replay. We want to know, what are your goals for 2022? So I made goals for 2021. I need to look back and see how they went, because 2021 was such a crazy year for me and for my family. So I need to go back and look. What about you guys? Did you accomplish them last year?
I don't remember.
Kind of like, I don't even know what my goals were, but
Yeah.
in the spring, I was doing great with Outschool. It was like I had 14 different ongoing classes every week.
Wow.
And I was busy. I was making good money. It was great. And then this summer, it just started to tank. And I lost a lot of people because of my vacation. I couldn't build back up again. My daughter moved from 2 naps a day to 1 nap a day. So I could not teach twice a day. I could only teach once a day unless she was entertained. And so my goals are having to change, because I'm now only doing like 6 classes a week ongoing, and I want to bring in more. I just haven't quite figured out when and where to put them and stuff. So it's like, I want to go back to where I was, but I was also very busy. So I have to figure out the balance.
The happy medium.
Yeah.
So Kelly, you want to share your goals? I'm excited to hear them.
Yes. And also I just wanted to respond to something Rebekah said. I was the same way. Spring was my best time at Outschool. I think it was March, April, and May were my highest earning months. And then because of my own schedule, I cut back in the summer. And then I also started a brick and mortar job, and like a part-time one in addition in the fall. So like I haven't gotten back to where I was in the spring, but yeah, it kind of does tie in with my goals for 2022. So let me share that. Okay. So my professional goals are to be intentional about the work I choose to do. And what I mean by that is, like, I can get excited and have a lot of ideas. Like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, but like, not thinking through like what that is going to entail, how much prep work that class is going to have. Even I did make a video about this, but last January, I think one of my goals was to grow my Outschool business, which I did, but I created too many classes in the month of January to the point where I couldn't even teach them all and had to let some of them go. So I'd rather have less classes, more sections. And if I add classes, I want to add something that kind of is related to what I'm already doing. So I'm not adding prep work, like take one of my ongoing classes, maybe make it a flex class. I'm reading all the Facebook pages and hearing different things about flex classes. So not sure if I want to do that or not, but taking the same material or taking like one of the classes in my ongoing and making it a multi-day. Like in my civics class, you have to have one topic each week and it can't build. So like, for example, when I did the Constitution, I mean, you literally could spend you could probably spend a whole semester, but you could take that and make it like a full month's class. And I even had to say as a disclaimer, like, we can't go through everything in this short class period. So I'm just going over the major things. So stuff like that. Like if I add a new class, having it not be new material, but being like the same material I reuse or put it in a different format, or even say no when I need to. Like I tutor as a side thing, but like, even that, like I had to say no to one client because I knew the schedule they wanted me to do and what they wanted me to do just wasn't going to work. So, really thinking it through when I add something new or take something on. And then personal and professional would be a better work-life balance. But since Thanksgiving, I've been making an exercise a priority, but to continue to do that. And my life has been a little slow. So even when life gets busy again, keeping up with that, even if I'm doing so much work that I don't have time to exercise, I feel like I'm doing too much work, because it's your health has to be a priority.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
That's a great point, because when you're not so busy and you're getting your workouts in and then you get super busy, if you started it when you weren't so busy, I think you've formed a habit and you're more likely to keep going. But if you're just all of a sudden just saying, I'm adding in workout to all of my crazy schedule, it's harder to stay with it. But you're right.
Yes.
Definitely, we need to make it a priority. All of us, we sit a lot as teachers. like
Mhm.
online teachers, and I am definitely feeling the effects from it.
Me
So,
too.
awesome. Any more, Kelly? Did I interrupt you?
No, those were my major goals. I'm trying not to have too many, because the less you have, the more likely you are to fulfill
Yeah.
them. So yeah.
I just did a video on my other channel about like women with businesses and balancing their business and family. And I had found, like, if you go to Forbes, I Googled like Forbes women balancing life and a business or something like that. And they had like 8 tips. I go over them on the thing, but they had 8 tips, and some of them made me kind of sad, like, but they were true. Do you know what I mean? Like, one was stop trying so hard. I was like, oh, like, but if you read through some of those tips, some might resonate with, some of you out there listening, but it had some good tips on there. Some I didn't want to hear because they were true, but
Right.
so let's see. Ariel said, I like your professional goal, Kelly. I'm starting to take off classes that I'm not enjoying anymore. I think that's important too. That's a good idea. Yes, I used to plan last minute. 2 days ago, I started being healthy. Oh, good. Doing fasting and counting calories. So much sitting. Yes. So Rebekah, I see your message in here. Are you going to start getting ready for Valentine's?
Yeah, I probably should at least start thinking of it. I never know when to list classes. If it's too early, parents kind of go, oh, I can't think of February right now. When it gets closer, I'll go back to the class, but then they never do. But yeah, if I plan last minute, they're like, oh, new class. We're already full this week. So it's that hard balance of how many weeks do you plan out? Because I know you get the email and you want to have some stuff already on the schedule. And I try to have a class as close to the holidays I can, because it just kind of fits. So Halloween was like the week of Halloween, ending on like the day of or day after Halloween. And the same with like New Year's. Christmas is a nice big holiday to get less longer. Valentine's Day might be like the week before Valentine's Day and like a few days after. I'm trying to keep up with all the different holidays and bring out new classes. So yes, I could reopen the one I did for last year, but sometimes it's nice having a brand new class, get that brand new email out, send a note to my current ongoing classes and tell them I am not going to do this topic in this class. So if you want to do this class, go over to the one-time class.
So what do you think? 2 to 3 weeks out before the holiday, you should start?
Yeah, I think so. Like since Valentine's February 14th, I'd say make sure your class is listed by February 1st. That way it gives time to do it. I don't know if I want to submit it now, because that seems too early.
People are thinking about Christmas. They'll probably just I think at least 2 weeks though, so Outschool can advertise, or more, just to get it on. But I would say anything. No one's thinking of anything past Christmas right now, because Christmas keeps us so busy. So don't even put anything out, maybe till after New Year's. It would be my 2 cents.
I mean, New Year's classes, sure, but probably not Valentine's.
Oh yeah.
St. Patrick's Day, no, wait on that one.
Yeah. So March, we have St. Patrick's Day. We have Valentine's Day. Do you guys remember what month it is? From being a brick and mortar teacher, this always sticks in my head.
Valentine's Day?
What?
Do you know what February? Another theme it is?
Valentine's Day, President's Day.
Reading, Dr. Seuss Day.
March is Dr. Seuss.
March 2nd. You're saying February.
It is Dental Health Month.
Oh, would have never gotten that one.
February, kindergarten. February is Dental Health Month, and I wonder if some of the parents that are homeschooling that have that kind of curriculum will be looking for Outschool classes for that.
That could be good. Yeah. So February was always such a crowded month when I was teaching kindergarten. And then I'm like, I can't add any more in. Nope. It's like every Friday was some kind of party. I'm like, and we're done. That's it.
Yes. Yeah. So Dental Health Month and all of that. You want to get ready for them. So
start Googling ahead to see what is coming up in future months, like what holidays are coming up, and then you can do something special for those holidays.
Yeah. Super fun. That's a great plan. So let's see. We heard Kelly's goals. Rebekah, did you tell us 2022? Do you have any?
I think just plugging away, just kind of keep adding more classes. I try to do one-time class a month just to kind of keep my name out there. So the
Mhm.
parents know that I'm still doing classes. Because once you have an ongoing class, people just kind of like forget that you have an ongoing class going. They need to have that email saying, hey, so-and-so's made a new class. So I try to do one new class a month or a holiday.
Right.
Yeah. So I haven't quite made it like a goal, just kind of keep doing what I'm doing.
Awesome.
Mm.
All right, everyone. I think that's it. Do we have anything else we want to go over today?
Ariel mentioned spring break, so that is something else to
Oh.
think about. Usually in March and April, colleges, schools have spring break, so think about camps for those
Yeah, and it
months.
varies. My daughter has
Yeah.
spring break middle of March. Some have it
Yeah.
as at the last week of April. So
Yeah.
it really, really varies.
It's crazy here. I gotta lock myself in my house. I might as well teach some more
Yeah.
classes.
But St. Patrick's Day is going to come in March.
Mhm.
Yeah, Dr. Seuss is coming in March, but last year Dr. Seuss became controversial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I just published a class and now no one wants to take it.
Yeah. I love reading
So-
those stories, controversy or
Yeah.
not. I just, yeah.
I know. Yeah, he's great.
Super. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Ariel, for coming. And thanks, Rebekah and Kelly, and anyone that comes to watch the replay. Let us know your goals. And I love helping people stay accountable. So if you write down a goal, don't be surprised if I reach out to you and say, hey, what have you done to work on your goal today? So, all right, everyone. Thank you so much. We'll see you all.